barrel curl set as well as a spiral curl set this afternoon. Hello, 4-Day. Is everybody with me? Are y'all pumped about this or what?
Definitely.
Okay. We're going to go over just some basics this morning. We're going to go over, again, the different bases. We have half base, on base, and full base. I want to go over the degrees in which you would hold the hair in order to get the result, as well as the size of your barrel versus the size of curl that you use and what kind of outcome you get, okay? So as I'm going, you guys can definitely ask questions. I'm also going to be available on the stream after this if you have some questions for me. I'm going to go ahead and jump in since I screwed up and went to the wrong link. So we're going to start with the different degrees of hair, okay? So who can tell me at what degree you hold the hair when you are wanting a on-base curl?
90.
That's half base.
Oh.
Yeah, so do you remember this diagram, Kayla?
Oh, 45.
Yeah, so you're gonna have the 45 towards you. Let's get this set up. Look, here's Bon Quickly. All right, so if you're holding it at a 45 in, let me get you here. If you're holding it at a 45 towards you, this is going to create an off-base curl. If you're holding at a 90 degree from the section, it's going to create a half base, okay? And if you go 45 the opposite direction, so it would actually be 145, then you're going to get an on-base curl, okay? And the best way to remember this, you guys, is to make sure that you kind of, I like to set up this diagram behind me so that I can remember what I'm doing. So if I'm holding it at this angle, I know I'm gonna get the result, okay? So it just makes sense to me as a body kinesthetic learner to have this right by me and to have her facing this direction so that I know, okay? We're gonna break the head down, or I'm gonna break the head down so that we're gonna be curling it in sections. It's just easier to keep it clean and neat. So I'm going to do a side part. My LOL today wants a side part. She wants everything curled under and not flipped out. So we're gonna do everything on base because she wants volume. So I thought this was really interesting. I was like looking at it again. So if you do one complete turn around a roller, you're gonna get a C-shaped curl, okay? If you do 1.5 turns, then you're gonna get the next type of curl, which is going to be 1.5 turn creates a wave, okay? And then when you get to the 2 times, 2.5, 3 times, then you're going to get an actual explosion of curl where you're going to see the loops, okay? Today I'm going to be using an iron that's about 1 inch thick. I'm going to prep the hair with NeuroPrime, so it's a heat protector. And how many of you guys have your Marcel with you or don't have your Marcel with you? Anyone? Do you have your Marcel, Kayla?
Yes.
You love it? You want to marry it?
Sure.
Okay. Not at all. Okay. So here we have our client. She's right here. Is that a good view?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've divided her into just 4 sections. I did a side part in the front, okay? Now, if I were in Paul Mitchell world and I had all of the supplies that I needed with me, instead of using this white comb that I have that is just a generic comb, I would use the red comb because it is what? What's your red comb have that the
Heat
other
protectant.
Hi, Janet. Yes, heat protectant, okay? So, but today I'm going to be using this white comb, but I'm lucky because it has a hook, yes? Okay, so the next thing is that you're going to want to take your curling iron and you're going to use the diameter of the curling iron for your sectioning so you don't overdo it, okay? I've set my curling iron to 350. And the difference between a barrel curl and a spiral curl is what, Janet?
Say that again?
What's the difference between a barrel curl and a spiral curl?
One's horizontal, one's vertical.
Very good. Yeah. So the difference is going to be with a barrel curl, and I'll show you, it's going to lay horizontally and you're going to pin it into place. I'm going to be using, where's my camera? Bobby pins, because I don't have any single prong or double prong clippies. And I'm just going to secure them in that way. Later on, when we do the spiral curls, they will not be secured. They actually hang from the head as you finish the rest of the head, and then you comb it out, okay? So the first section here, I'm going to use the diameter of my curling iron, okay, and part that section off. This was, by the way, you guys, this was the UTA. If you didn't get a chance to see it, it turned out beautiful. Her hair's fried, but it did turn out great. That one was my favorite. Okay. So we're going to take this section. We're going to take it the diameter. I'm going to palm my comb. I'm going to make sure I have my hook ready to go because that's what's going to pull it off of the barrel. I want them to be on base. So can you guys see, this would be, for this section, this would be 45, this would be 90, and this would be 145. Does that make sense? So here would be off base, here would be half base, and here would be on base. Good? Okay. Now I'm going to prep it with the NeuroPrime. Her hair is fried, so we want to make sure that we protect it, smooth it through. Now, when you flip the curling iron around it, I always keep the thing open and loop it. Oops. And then turn. Here, let me try this again. All right, so we're going to click it around and pull until the ends of the hair are in. The comb goes underneath. Yes. Then the hook, and you pull the hair off, open slightly, and you're going to have a curl that is going to sit directly on base, okay? So once this is on base, then you're going to take your bobby or your clip and you're going to place it at the base, okay? Good? All right, let's do another one. Let's do another on base curl, and then we'll do one each of the other bases, okay? So here we go. Prep with the NeuroPrime. Spray. Smooth. Now, remember you guys, in any situation like this, you want to make sure that your curls are completely cooled down before you comb them out. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of frizz, okay? So make sure that they're cooled down. Start at the base, loop it around, click, loop it around. And now we're going to put the comb underneath. The hook of the comb goes towards the base of the curl, and you pull the curl off. Don't do this number. Remember, even though she's not a real client. And we're going to pin it onto the base. Okay. So here we go. There's your second curl. Now we're going to move on, okay? The next section, we're going to go ahead and drop the elevation down. We're going to do an off base curl. Diameter of the rod. Prep with the Neuro. This will help with frizz. Now I'm holding it at a 45. Here's a 90. Here's a 145. So I'm going to hold it here. comb through. All right. Start in the middle of the hair strand, right? So start in the middle, click, 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 all the way around till you get to the ends. Into the base, you're protecting the scalp. The hook goes in, pulls it off. Now it's secure. Now you grab your bobby and go into the base and pin. Now you guys are required to do a whole head, so I just wanted to challenge you guys. So I wanted to talk to you guys about form, so less about okay, so this is what I want to talk about. So you can do a barrel curl horizontal or vertical, but the difference is barrel curls are always pinned. Spiral curls hang, okay? So if you have a client who likes the Farrah Fawcett on the side going back, then you can place your curls vertical, but they have to be pinned on base. So it's the same technique. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Do I have any questions so far?
When you are doing like dry finger waves, do you recommend spiral curls or
I
or
think
the other
barrel.
barrel curls?
Yeah. What about you? Me? You're broken up.
But I said I usually do
Okay.
spiral curls when
Whoa, robotic. I'm gonna come back to you, Janet, because you're breaking up, okay? Okay, so I prefer to do barrel curls just because of the way the curl is. It's easy to move it from side to side.
Spiral or barrel.
Okay, so you do either. All right, so any other questions as far as that goes? Hi,
For the
Brianda.
assignment, hi, good morning. Are we doing a full barrel and a full spiral, or are we just doing half and half?
Yeah, do a full one. And I think the best thing about doing a full head is getting into the rhythm. Once you get into the rhythm, that's when you're really building your muscle memory. So your body is taking over for you. And I know the Marcel is a pain, but when you do it like this, when you go over and over and over again, once you've got it, your body just is going to do it. You're not going to have to think so much about click, 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 pin, click, 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 pin. So we're just building up that muscle memory.
Okay,
the other
so
thing
no
is
spiral
that,
curls for this assignment.
I'm sorry?
So no spiral curls for this assignment.
Not this one. There's going to be a second assignment this afternoon that spirals. Do you have two
Okay.
mannequins?
I do, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then the other thing is with these, if you have a wedding party, then you can set your entire client, you can set them on barrel curls and line them up and just keep them going so that you can set each one of them and then go back and start at the beginning and style it out. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other questions? No?
I only have like 4 bobby pins, so should I just do like 4 bobby pins and then reuse the bobby pins on the next one? That's all I have.
Whatever you need to do, Sarah. I mean, honestly, if you're doing the curls, sometimes you could even get them to kind of sit in place without having a pin. So do what you got to do. Like if you need to set it on a pin and then move the pin up as you go, that'll work too. So just do what you need to do to, get it to stay. Or you can curl it, pin it, spray it, and then remove the pin and move on. Okay. I was trying to think of other things that we could use. I know that Teresa was saying like twist ties she used for Zulu knots and stuff yesterday. So I don't know.
I'm gonna do it on my friend. She's gonna come over. I'm gonna do it. So like I don't want to have I don't think it's appropriate to put chip bags or anything.
Oh, you don't want to put a chip clip on her hair?
She has really thin hair. I think I'll just yank it right out.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, a bobby pin will definitely work. Okay, so let's just be creative. Like I said, I don't have a red comb, so I'm using this comb, but we just know that in this case that we could go ahead and use Oh yeah, so you can also clip them together. So you can use one pin to clip these two together and then move on, yeah. But yeah, so just, we're gonna be creative. If it was a perfect world, then we would all have a whole thing of single prong clippies with us and everything. So just do what you can do. I'm super proud of you guys for just giving this a shot. Hang in there. If you have any questions, I'm literally gonna be right by my iPad. So I'm available. I will answer questions in the stream as well as I'm on Google Chat. Does that work for you guys? Okay. Brianda, any other questions? Anybody else?
No, I'm okay. Thank you though.
You're welcome. So we have Brianda, Brianna. Faith, are you here? I think she is. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Hi, Faithy.
Hey.
All right, you guys let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I'll be by my iPad, and Godspeed. I will be back online again with my barrel curl set done, and then moving on to the spiral curl set that is going to be occurring today at, let's see, I will be back on at 1:45 for the second mini class. I will be doing a recap at 1. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Let's just get this done. Stay safe, stay healthy. Okay.